morning. Good morning. My name is Lillys, and my pronouns are he, him, and it is my honor. Hold on a sec. There we go. I felt like I was towering. And it's my honor to be in the pulpit today with Reverend Dara as the worship associate. No. We gratefully acknowledge the Patuxet Wampanoag people on whose ancestral lands we gather today. We commit to support and honor their history and culture. And we welcome all of you, members and friends and newcomers alike, to Music Sunday. It's a beautiful day. Whoever you are, wherever you are on your spiritual journey, whatever your age, young or older, for this 1 hour, you are part of this congregation and you are welcome to the themes, the harmonies, the voices, the instruments on this Music Sunday. Everyone is invited to coffee hour following the service in the Assembly Hall. It's through the door on my left. Just follow the crowd. And for those of you who are visiting, please take a red mug so that we can see that you are maybe newish, and we can come over and give you a warm First Parish greeting. Now, I had some announcements here somewhere. Here they are. So there is an insert in your order of service. Please give that a look. And also there's longer range announcements in the Thursday emails. Wanted to highlight that this evening at 5, there is an all Summer Fair volunteers Summer Fair pre-party at Tracy Wagner's house. Are you prepared? No? Okay. Come anyway. For committee chairs, please remember your annual reports are due tomorrow. And Thursday there is a Vesper service, and I'll let you read the rest of the announcements because we have a lot of music today and we want to get to it. Vespers on, yeah, did I say Vespers on Tuesday? 5:30, right? Online? Online. So no reason you can't make it. I think that's it for the announcements. And with that, hand it over to our lovely music director.
My name is Sophie Mintzeveris. I use she, her pronouns. I am the music director here at First Parish in Duxbury. And this is a very special Sunday. This is our Music Sunday. And thank you so much for choosing today to come and to support this congregation and this community. Our opening words come from the poet Mary Oliver. All night, my heart makes its way, however it can, over the rough ground of uncertainties, but only until night meets and is then overwhelmed by morning, the light deepening, the wind easing, and just waiting, as I too wait, and when have I ever been disappointed, for redbird to sing. Little by little, the silence lifts until song is everywhere, and your soul rises from your bones and strides out over the water. I am washed and washed in the river of earthly delight. And what can you do about it, deep blue night? And our introit today, unfortunately, is not going to happen as Elaine, our wonderful bell choir director, is out sick today. So send her your thoughts and your prayers. And the lyrics for our opening hymn, Bring O More in Thy Music, were written by Transcendentalist Unitarian minister William Channing Gannett. He was inspired by his experience at the First World Parliament of Religions in 1893 in Chicago. The tune comes from 19th century English conductor and composer John Bacchus Stikes. Please rise in body or in spirit to join in singing our opening hymn. Lyrics are at number 39 in the gray hymnal and on the screen.
Let this flame be to us a symbol of the wholeness we seek. Lighting a path to faith and hope. Its glow reminding us of the sacred bonds that link us to all living things. Its radiance calling us to cast the light of freedom, justice, and peace upon all the world.
Number 203 in our gray hymnals for the doxology.
Creatures
This Little Light of Mine is number 118 in our gray hymnal.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
This morning's reading is a short poem collection of poems by Emily Dickinson, where she basically says she's not afraid of death and she's not afraid of resurrection. Afraid? Of whom am I afraid? Not death. For who is he? The porter of my lodge as much abasheth me. Of resurrection? Is the east afraid to trust the morn with her fastidious forehead? As soon impeach my crown. There ends our first reading.
This is the time in our service where we collect the morning's offering. This church has been supported by its members and friends since its founding in 1632. Your donations this morning go to support the life and work of the congregation, including the amazing music that we are being gifted with this morning. Thank you for your generosity, and thank you very much to Marjorie Hanlon for the beautiful flowers given this morning.
Sun is rising in my soul, yonder come day, yonder come day, yonder come day. Sun is rising in my soul, yonder come day, yonder come day, yonder come day. Sun is rising in my soul, yonder come day, yonder come day, oh my soul. Sun is rising in my soul, yonder come day, yonder come day. say to me, oh, you got me crazy. How can you sing in times like these? Don't you read the news? Don't you know the score? How can you sing when so many others grieve? People say to me, what kind of fool believes that a song will make a difference in the end? By way of a reply, I say a fool such as I leaves a song is somewhere to begin. A song is somewhere to begin. To search for something worth believing in. If changes are to come, there are things that must be done, and the song is somewhere to begin.
People say to me, oh, you gotta be crazy. How can you dream in times like these? Don't you read the news? Don't you know the score? How can you dream when so many others grieve? People say to me, what kind of fool believes that a dream will make a difference in the end? By way of a reply, I say fools such as I, who see a dream as somewhere to begin. A dream is somewhere to begin. The search for something worth believing in. If changes are to come, there are things that must be done, and a dream is somewhere to begin.
People say to me,
Oh, you gotta be crazy. How can you love in times like these?
don't you read the news?
Don't you know the score? How can you love when so many others bleed?
People say to me,
But what kind of fool believes that love will make a difference in the end?
by way of a reply, I say
Fools such as I, who sees love as somewhere to begin.
and love
Love is somewhere to begin.
changes are to come. There are things that must be done.
And love is somewhere,
And the dream is somewhere.
and the song is somewhere to begin. This is the sound of one voice, one spirit, one voice. The sound of the one who makes our choice. This is the sound of one voice. This is the sound of one voice. This is the sound of voices too. Sound of me singing with you, helping each other to make it through. This is the sound of voices too. This is the sound of voices too. This is the sound of voices three, singing together in harmony, surrendering to the mystery. This is the sound of voices three. This is the sound of voices three. This is the sound of all of us, singing with love and will to trust. Leave the rest behind and we'll turn to dust. This is the sound of all of us. This is the sound of all of us. This is the sound of one voice, one people, one voice, a song for every one of us. This is the sound of one voice. This is the sound of one voice.
Lots of moving parts today. Our second reading is a poem by Mary Oliver. She's a poet from Cape Cod. She is gay, and you've heard her here before many times. Oh, do you have the time to linger for just a little while out of your busy day, and busy and very important day, for the goldfinches that have gathered in a field of thistles for a musical battle, to see who can sing the highest note, or the lowest, or the most expressive of mirth, or the most tender? Their strong, blunt beaks drink the air as they strive melodiously, not for your sake, and not for mine, and not for the sake of winning, but for the sheer delight and gratitude. Believe us, they say, it is a serious thing just to be alive on this fresh morning in the broken world. Here ends our second reading.
what do you need me for today? Oh my goodness, thank you so much. So much for the beautiful music. Quote, I think music in itself is healing. It's an explosive expression of humanity. It is something we are all touched by. No matter what culture we're from, everyone loves music. End quote. That was said by the great Maya Angelou of blessed memory. And Maya Angelou, in riffing on a line from a 19th century African-American hymn, and that hymn reads, when it looked like the sun wasn't going to shine anymore, God put a rainbow in the clouds. And of that she said, one of the things I do when I step on the stage, when I stand up to translate, when I go to teach my class, direct a movie, I bring everyone who was ever kind to me with me. Black, white, Asian, Spanish-speaking, Native American, gay, straight, everybody. I say, come with me onto the stage. Come with me, I need you now. So I don't feel that I have no help. I had lots of clouds. I've had so many rainbows in my clouds, so I don't ever feel I have no help. And the thing to do, it seems to me, is to prepare yourself so that you can be a rainbow in someone else's clouds. They may not be the same as you. They may not call God the same name you call God, if they call God at all. They may not eat the same dishes prepared the same way that you do. They may not dance your dances, speak your language, but be a blessing to somebody. That is what I think. Maya Angelou, be a rainbow in someone else's clouds. And now, I don't want to bring us down, or at least too far down, on this beautiful Music Sunday when our spirits have been lifted to the heavens by this explosive expression of humanity. But April showers, they do bring May flowers. So the clouds from April showers, well, they are still lingering. They are piled up, aren't they? We got an awful lot of clouds right now. We got the clouds of war, we've got the clouds of voter disenfranchisement masquerading as justice. We've got clouds of gun violence, and we've got clouds of rhetorical violence. And it is easy. It is so easy to feel alone, lost in the clouds as that rain falls down upon us. And I need to remind you here and now in this moment that when we step out on that stage, when we go to work, when we're out in the world, remember to bring everyone who was ever kind to you with you. Bring them with you out into the world, because remember that you have help. Rainbows in clouds are like seeds of hope planted in our hearts, generating generosity, reminding us that what is important in life is not accumulated wealth, nor accumulated and amassed power. What is important is love, care for one another, and nurturing the soft, tender growth of connection. That connection which links us human being to human being, even though we may not eat those same dishes prepared the same way, or dance to the same dances, or speak the same language. And the thing to do, it also seems to me, is to prepare yourself so that you can be a rainbow for someone else's clouds. We must prepare ourselves, healing our hurts, exercising our muscles of kindness and of compassion, readying ourselves to be a rainbow in someone else's clouds. because our world desperately needs us. It desperately needs the rebirth of kindness. It needs a proliferation of rainbows, reminding us to be kind, reminding us of the beauty held within our diversity, because we don't have to speak the same language to build connection, to become a rainbow in someone else's clouds. So friends, I invite you to sit back. Let the music to come bring about its work of healing in your soul, preparing you to be a rainbow in someone's clouds. May it be so. closing hymn, My Life Flows On in Endless Song, is a Christian hymn written by 19th century American Baptist minister Robert Wadsworth Lowry. Please rise in body or in spirit and join in singing My Life Flows On in Endless Song. Lyrics are at 108 in the gray hymnal and on the screen. We will sing the first 2 verses.
We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again.
Thank you for taking your time today to be here. Our benediction is from Isaiah 55 in the Christian Bible. For you shall go out in joy and be led forth in peace. The mountains and the hills before you shall break forth into singing, and all the trees of the field shall clap their hands. Make sure to give a big thank you to all our First Parish and guest musicians today. Thank you.